Thank you, Madam President. President, members of the Senate, SB 1146 is a simple bill that will have the greatest impact in providing victims of violence and harassment one more barrier of protection. These victims suffer emotional trauma and live in constant fear of something we all take for granted, the U.S. mail. These victims filed restraining orders or had protective orders given through the courts against incarcerated individuals, and they expect protection. This bill was inspired from a recent case where an individual was in custody on a case for stalking. Despite a protective order, this individual sent multiple letters, cards, and notes to the victim while in custody. The DA's office was forced to just note the action. So despite the protective order, these forms of communication could not be intercepted, and the DA's office could not seek punishment for breaking the protective order. The victim was forced to constantly undergo the emotional trauma of seeing those communications each time they checked their mail. A protective order under existing law prohibits the contact of an individual via mail, verbal, nonverbal, or electronic means. Under current law, the penalty for breaking a protective order or restraining order has little or no effect on an incarcerated individual, as seen in this example. SB 1146 gives the victims that layer of protection from incarcerated individuals by allowing the prison authorities to enforce a restraining order or protective order against an inmate while conducting the inspection of the outgoing mail. Let's give a level of protection to those victims who already have suffered enough and expect us as state to help enforce their protection. I respectfully ask for an aye vote.
Thank you, Senator Stone. Members, is there any discussion or debate? Seeing and hearing none, is there any objection to using a unanimous roll call? Hearing and seeing none, ayes 38, no 0, the measure passes.